Hello, Bread of Life. Hope that you guys are doing well and that you are staying safe. So, I just wanted to give you guys an update as to how our ministry here is going at Los Angeles Christian School. So, this past 6 months has just been really busy and full. So, in April, we became our own independent nonprofit. So, we're really excited about that. So, a year and a half ago, World Impact had told us that they wanted to transition the ministry and to basically focus on other things. And so since that time, we've been working to try and basically become independent and to continue the legacy that they started as opposed to coming under another organization. And so we're really excited to be on our own, but it also means that we have a lot of work that we didn't have to do beforehand that World Impact took care of for us. And so it's just been this really interesting balance because we're basically this baby nonprofit, but we have a very established ministry and responsibilities that we have. And so would definitely appreciate prayer and wisdom as we move forward, as we kind of just establish different policies and procedures and hopefully a board. Or a more established board. But yeah, I mean, we are super grateful to World Impact because they really worked with us to make it possible for us to stay in the buildings that we were in and our housing. Because if they weren't, then we wouldn't have been able to survive. So we're super grateful for that. Also, in June, our principal decided to resign. And so the principal who hired me 20 years ago and who has been helping us through this process of becoming independent, he has decided to step back in as the interim principal. So we're thankful for that. And I think it will be great, but it's just another transition and change for us. And so, we also came back in person in April of last year, 1 day a week for the elementary school and 2 days a week for the middle school. And that was just really, really great for our students. So, for a lot of them, they had just been isolated at home and not really, seeing friends. And we're struggling. And so it was just really great for them to be able to be back with friends and to be around more caring adults in their lives and for them to be able to get feedback on their work. And so we really hope that when we start up again in August, that we'll be able to come back in person again. But with COVID numbers being kind of increasing again, we're not really sure what's going to come with that. And so we would definitely appreciate prayers as we figure out what would be best for our students and our families and our teachers. And we would also just really appreciate prayers for teachers too. So somehow God always provides staff, but we do at this point still have like 2 or 3 staff openings, I think. And so we are confident that he'll provide because somehow we always start the school year with enough staff, but we only have a couple weeks. And so we're excited to see how God will provide, but really kind of hope he provides soon. And so also this year, we've been struggling a little bit with some fire situations. So our school and our homes are right next to the freeway. And so behind our homes and the school is kind of a walkway where some different homeless people living or experiencing homelessness have been building encampments. And so as a result, there's been a few fires. So I think over the last year and a half, we've had basically 9 fires right around our home. So here's a picture of a fire that happened right in April, right as spring break hit. So that's me fighting a fire. So basically twice this year, I've had to bust out a hose to fight fire. And so that's been kind of an interesting challenge of really wanting to be compassionate with people who are struggling and who are experiencing homelessness, but also wanting to be safe in our own homes, especially since a lot of these fires aren't necessarily started by the people living there. But arson has been kind of the reason why some of these encampments have caught on fire. And so, after that particular fire, we had a big cleanup day back there and we hauled away like 5 truckloads of trash and filled a humongous dumpster of just junk. And so it's been just an interesting situation. We really want a cement wall built back there, but got a quote of like $70,000. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, so please pray for wisdom for us and that we would know how best to be safe, but how best to also care for our neighbors. Thanks.